What up everyone, it's Churvin and I try gaming every day. This is a first impression of the game Mirage Arcane Warfare by the developer Torn Banner Studios. It's a multiplayer first person perspective game available on Windows 64-bit only, and it released on Steam May 2007 under a $38 New Zealand dollar price tag. That's going to translate to roughly 25 US I think, and now that's been reduced to $10 or probably $7 US or something. Anyway, in order to bring the hype back for this game, hopefully from the ashes, in order to create a flourishing community much like their previous game Chivalry. So the dev description is: Mirage is a skill-based multiplayer FPS that lets you tear your enemies limb from limb with destructive magic and melee combat. Experiment and find your perfect playstyle between 6 diverse classes including stealthy assassins, hulking brutes, powerful mages and more, with an unparalleled focus on truly feeling in control of your magic and sword. Mirage demands combat creativity and will challenge you like never before. Right, now, these guys made Chivalry, which is very cool. First off, my impression of the game is going to be based off the $10 price, okay? Note to yourself, you could have had it for free, but let's not go down that line, right? That's 10 New Zealand dollars, with the full price originally being $38. As usual, I'm new to this and have terrible equipment, so please bear with me and give me tips on how to make the next one better. I'm not going to get into classes and stuff much. I just want to see as an end user if it's a sweet game to jump into for $10. Now, first of all, the controls. They are great. And even more so if you have multiple buttons on your mouse, because slashing down and upward slicing from different directions can pretty much be the difference between hitting and not hitting someone. It translates to the controller well because the bumpers, or L1 and R1 depending on your configuration, can be utilized in a fair manner. Friends that have played this game, of mine anyway, on a controller, have actually had a pretty decent time, eh? The graphics themselves, they're pretty sweet. There's nothing flashy here, and it's kind of got visuals that sit between the cartoon anime style of Paladins and Overwatch. It's a bit of a change from their previous game Chivalry, which has like a really realistic kind of gritty take, and people in the forums have actually reported some performance issues, but for the reference, I'm using a 1060 GTX and I'm easily getting over 60 frames per second in game. And when I played the beta with an old 1GB R7 250, which is essentially a rebranded HD 7770, I was hovering between 40 to 60 FPS on medium settings at 1080p. So there certainly is room for visual adjustments to accommodate lower end machines. I live in New Zealand, and even on my end there were a couple of servers with ping under 100 that had players on them too, so that made the game a hell of a lot more accessible online, and that was really important at the time, because when I was playing there was no tutorial and it's isolated a small group of players. Fortunately that is now back, I am told. There are 4 different game types. You'll find Team Deathmatch, Free-for-all and Team Objective being the popular picks for the servers. I haven't really seen any asymmetric servers on my end, but don't be put off by the limited amount of modes you see on your server list, as I've found myself having fun in pretty much all the modes that I played, and perhaps on a global scale this isn't as much of an issue. So let's wrap it up. It was $38, and in my eyes it just didn't have the content and polish people expected for that price. I think $10 more than compensates both issues. Like, is it good? If it was free, I'd give it 9 out of 10. If it was $38, I'd give it 6 out of 10. But it's $10 and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This game is well worth playing, especially if you're a bit sick of shooting guns. Thank you for watching, and please sub me.